Okay, so let's look at this North Bay Village mayor. Um, Building hasn't been condemned. There's no conspiracy to help developers snatch land, is what it states. But they've been ordered to evacuate because of a roof collapse. This is the roof. All right, these are the ceiling joists. Also the roof rafters as they present to me. They double up. They play two roles. One, they support this plaster system over top of this leveling shim detail. Interesting, the building's built in 1960 or so, and insulation wasn't really a big deal then. So it's absent view of insulation, absent that they didn't pull it away. With that said, let's look at these joists. There's some water standing there. The joists look pretty good, just by visual. We don't know that without sticking an awl in it. You probe them with a awl. An awl. It's like a metal spike. You probe them to see the depth, and you're looking at anchorage, and you're looking for fractures and defects like that. With that said, even this one joist here has redundancy of the boards going. These are the boards in the background. Let's clear it up. These are the boards here. And those boards don't look, at this photograph they're revealing. Now, there's more to this. I have only gone this far into the video. I'm going to back it up. So it looks like the roofing covering failed. It saturated the plaster ceiling, and that caused the failure of the plaster to break free, overloading on our anchors. Our anchors are here in white. You see what's left behind? Those are the anchor screws. We look at the spacing, and they seem, well, they weren't designed to be saturated. There is interesting pipe up there that in the ceiling that's not that significantly. It's galvanized, presents as galvanized. It's through or above a twice here, times two, through there. And that could be, gas pipeline that they ran up and down, a chase. It could just be a chase, meaning wires run through them. It's unknown, but it doesn't present as having any part of this issue. Let's listen to the rest of this video, and then let's go to the other 3 or 4. See if the
roof collapse triggered a report designating the 36-unit building unsafe.
So it says the building shall be vacated April 25th, 2023 at 10 a.m. and shall not be occupied. Okay. So if that's the image, that's a very small section of building. This is wood. So wood has it, the roof for wood doesn't have a tendency like concrete to engulf the whole building. So a tarp over that would, if it's it's a flat roof, or an emergency repair could do this in a matter of hours. And this is not being done in a matter of hours. It's emergency repair. Structurally, I think that wood, many engineers would pass that wood. Structurally, any engineer that wouldn't pass the wood would tell them how to sister it real quickly and still get this done within an emergency repair.
Such a short notice, it's hard.
Understandably frustrating for unit owners and their tenants, about 55 of them. And now, a lot of theories as to why this is happening. Residents telling us this is all about developers wanting to snatch up the land.
There are several buildings in this area that are probably in worse condition than ours in some ways. And all of a sudden they have to evacuate this building when we are fighting the developers right now. We are suing the developers, and the developers are suing us back.
The last thing that we want to see is people being forced out of their buildings.
We went to the mayor asking him to clarify the rumors about the high-priced developers and the building being sold.
There are no contracts that I'm aware of. I'm aware of discussions that have been going on for a long time, maybe a year or more, and nothing that's come to fruition. We want to help these people rebuild their building and move back in. The building hasn't...
Okay. We want to help them rebuild their building. Well, the city never wants to help you rebuild your building, all right? They want you to build more, larger building for more real estate taxes. So they have no intent. Their intent, and that's nefarious, his whole statement. No intent and the low tax value of this structure. Looking at the structure exteriorly, you don't see any spalling concrete, visually from this image here. Let's see if we can go larger. The railings look good, the roof line.
It can be fixed. And there are ways to bring resources to the table, and the city has multiple ways to offer resources to help them reconstruct their building.
So now the moving process starts, and the city says it is standing by ready to help.
In the course of the last 24 hours, we found that a lot of people are able to find situations for themselves in terms of
displacing them, getting
friends
out.
And family.
Let's see.
And so we know the city is working with the county. They're also working with the Miami Foundation, trying to get some funds to help these residents. Any information you may want, if you want to.
Let's move over to the next video. Now, I'm doing this off the cuff, so I don't know what the next video is going to say or what it's going to reveal. It might reveal, some major cracks. Now, they had to do the certification.
All right, we're following breaking news right now out of North Bay Village.
Building in
The 60-year...
in North Bay Village has been deemed unsafe, and Eden is in the newsroom now with the latest on this developing story. What's happening out there, Eden?
Yeah, we're taking a live look right now. Again, this is in North Bay Village at 7-9.
Now, I'm not sure what I'm looking at the top here. This is prime real estate on this water, right? But this... these might be low spots in the deck. Pooling, indicating pooling water. Again, I'm not sure what I'm looking at there. That's the shape is irregular. These are indicators of low spots marked off.
(946) East Drive. So residents at the Majestic Isle condominium have been told that they have to evacuate the building. They have until April 25th to.
And they're significant. You figure this is a drive-by, and you're getting some depressions in those three I just touched off with you. So they seem significant. But again, emergency repair could take care of that pretty fast.
Do this. So for the next 5 days, they got to get out of there as soon as possible.
Buffering. Let me pause and come back. Okay, here we go.
Right now, residents at a condo complex in North Bay Village suddenly forced out of their homes after engineers found serious problems with the building. The 60-year-old building was deemed unsafe following a recent inspection.
But renters say they were given very little warning before being uprooted from their homes. Local 10's Annalise Garcia reports from North Bay Village.
These engineers might be
And these residents have to be out by Tuesday. Now, this isn't the first time we've seen this. This certainly won't be the last time in light of what happened in Surfside. Now residents are scrambling to find a place to stay.
Might be the developer. I mean, the owner saying a way to get
Residents at the Majestic Isle
to increase his property value by getting it vacated and then now put it on the market as a vacated property. So the new owner doesn't have the trouble of trying to, get these people out at the end of contracts, things like that. That the city does the work for him or her or them.
Being told their condo building, their home, is deemed unsafe. They have to be out by Tuesday.
Such a short notice, it's hard.
Lenny Fagundo is one of the homeowners. He's owned his unit for 30
years. Signing you out by Tuesday also indicates that the building is not in imminent collapse position. Now, heating, water, sewage, roof leaks, those are all condemnable pretty much around the country. So, roof leak that you're not going to repair, condemnable, not that it gets condemned. It's condemnable, meaning they can do it or they can't do it. They can give an order to repair. And obviously, the engineers said, we find it deemed unsafe, dangerous. They could have found a section of this unsafe, dangerous. They could have asked for supports real quickly. It's roof load. They could have asked for, emergency repair of the roof. There. Again, those ceiling rafters, ceiling joist and roof rafters combination. The spacing even looked like they were legal spacing. I did not see that. Now, I'm sorry. Let's make it clear. They said termite damage. So the termite damage can be extensive. It can go down a building and further into a building, but they don't appear to have did that exploratory investigation per that one image. Now, termites on the roof. Termites on the basement, yes. Termites on the roof. It's up there, usually pretty dry, but in this case it could be wet. They've got to go up the walls, 2-3 stories, and across into there. And it didn't present as that in the photograph, but I'd like to see that termite damage. Termite damage is structural most of the time. But the little bastards are beautiful. They run pretty thin to the surface a lot.
30 years.
They like softer wood. They don't like
here
hardwood.
question what he describes as an abrupt decision.
I believe that they should
termites
have more testing.
Critical thing.
You know,
Now,
I think
his
they
more
jumped the gun.
testing thing.
The city says the building was built in 1960.
That's an emotional statement. All right? He believes it should have more testing. He doesn't know what testing they did. Neither do I. So, you know, that's just emotional whatever. Okay. But this section here could be damaged. Now, did they inspect over here for termites and find them on the ground level, working their way up? And then it made it just, you know what, too risky. Made a wood structure with stucco finish, it looks like. Or is this a block structure with a wood roof?
Last Friday in anticipation of the required 60-year building certification.
Part of the roof did collapse with the recent rainfall, and that's what triggered the report, which has led to the conclusion that
I don't see the roof collapse at all. That photograph, guys.
The mayor says it's a safety issue. There are about
I don't see the roof collapse at all.
55 residents in the building that has 36 units.
The hard part.
I don't see the roof collapse here at all. So I see a typical water leak and plaster falling down, which is typical for one of your indicators of, oh, you got a roof leak. It hides it pretty well. The plaster does. Until a water stain might show up, and then
Residents of a North Bay Village condominium given just days to move out after their building was deemed unsafe.
The emergency evacuation coming after a recent inspection, and Local 10's Hansel Vallow live now in North Bay Village with the latest for us at 11 tonight. Hansel.
Calvin, Nicole, not the first, not the last time you're going to see this, especially in light of what we saw in Surfside. Tonight, though, these residents surprised, trying to scramble now to try to figure out a place to stay. Deemed unsafe. That's what residents were told.
Okay, let's see if we can find some more images and then terminate the video. Okay, again, I don't see a collapsed roof here. All right, I see a roof. So the ceiling there. All right, it looks like they got access to the roof there. But this roof, it doesn't present as collapsed at all. The images they showed underneath, that shows a ceiling, shows a roof leak. This looks like, you know, pretty quickly can be done. Interesting. Is that a skylight? Is that a part of a... What is that? What is that? I mean, if this is a hole in the roof over here, looks like it's over a stairwell. But if this is a hole in the roof, they cut that clean. So that could clearly have been patch cleaned also, if it's a hole. If anything, again, I've got it here. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I've got it here. I don't see a collapsed roof. So maybe their conspiracy theories are correct. But somebody's got to pay for that roof. I'm seeing white trim. So this looks like it might be an opening, like a skylight. Hell, it could be, I can't profile it, but maybe it could be an air conditioning unit. I'm not sure what we're looking at there. But it looks like this white trim there, like that. So I'm not counting it as a whole yet. I'm counting it as something. But again, I do see some indicators of low spots. This is after rain, reminds you. And so, temporary repair the roof there, schedule the entire roof, remove and replace. Okay, I'm going to end this video with more details we look at here. So I did not observe any water staining down the wall. A little yellow parallel there. I don't see any water staining here. Again, looking here, you might call that water staining. You've got two potential sources of another water source here and here, whatever these two pipes are. We don't see it spraying out, so we can eliminate that thought, considering they didn't turn off any water to the building. Our lab system, looking at it, if I was going to pick a spot of water, this looks dry, so I'm picking here. All right, I'm picking this here. Remember, they talked about termites. So termites. That's a major question about whether where that's going. It doesn't look like, visually in a small image, it doesn't look like any termite damages are visual. I'd probably pick on this piece back here pretty heavily. The bottom section of it. I'd probably pick on that section pretty heavily. But this again looks like, within emergency repairs. Now the termite damage would need to be opened up and explored further. But condemning the building, evacuating the building, I think the engineers are being shopped, being told, look, you know what? I want to play on the safe side. I need you to play on the safe side for me. Wink, wink. I need you to make it clear this building is unsafe at this time for whatever reason, whether it be financial. I'm not going to be able to do the repairs. And the engineer writes a statement to the city municipality stating such, engineer or engineers. And they state such that the building's unsafe. Well, they leave out the part that, well, because the owner has no money to fix it, and so therefore we know that would make the building unsafe, period. Not habitable because of the codes, you can't have a leaking roof. That is a danger, especially in Florida where you can expect more rains. This one does not pass the sniff test on this. Now, I hope I don't get the municipality angry at me. Please don't report me to YouTube. Please just leave this video alone. Let's go ahead and post this. Oh, if you guys can find more images, please share them with me. Termites, what I'd be interested in, this termite statement. And if there's more images besides these two here. This is the same image, incidentally. It's just two different directions. You see the pipe here, and then the same dual pipes there. Just flipped around. Maybe that's a third pipe. But the where it's the same image, just flipped around. That's the best they can do to scare the people into leaving the entire structure. This is not right.